Hello and welcome to the CTF Season 2. This is a lower bracket match between Delta Force and Team Fallen. The first lower bracket match, so whoever loses today will be eliminated from the tournament. We do have two teams facing against each other today, Delta Force and Team Fallen. Um, I'm gonna hand it over to Pi to talk about both those losses. So let's start with the Delta Force roster. What do you think of the Delta Force roster, Pi?
Um, I would say Delta Force going with quite a different roster from what we saw in their first match against Fudia. Faces like Italian Penguin and Glaze and Epic Man was playing last time, but um Daddy 100 and Tom. Wait, this is Team Fallen's roster.
So it is. I think because I changed something last minute.
Well,
There was a bit of
there's
a
Team Fallen mostly going with their standard roster. We have not seen Penguin play for them in an official yet. So this will be this first.
yeah. So let's talk about Team Fallen's roster. Um,
So Team
whoops.
Fallen, obviously, I think that they did very well in their match against the Rocksters. They have nothing to be ashamed of, and they came very close. And it would be a real shame if they were eliminated here today, given how much work they've put in. Um, all of this roster has been playing many practices and scrimmages together in order to get ready for the season more than any other team. So I'd like to see some of that work pay off.
Yeah, and we saw from the previous performance against Foxes, they actually put up a good fight. Improved significantly, I would say, over their season one performance. So I am hopeful that they continue that streak and make a statement here today. Always looking for a good match, as always. Now, as we go into the Delta Force roster, I know it says Team Pollen. My bad. The Delta Force roster here. What do you think about this pie?
Um, I think it's mostly the same as what we saw against Fodia. Think yeah, I think it's exactly the same starting 12. We pretty much know what the roles are going to be. Zarpin and Pyro, Pledgy and Cup Medic, Vetus and Wolfie Ninja, or maybe one of them Bulk and College Degree Ninja, and then Chick the Assassin, Winter Archer, Spartan, Snowbreak, Gengar, or Meon offense, and Exodus also offense. So it's pretty standard for Delta Force. Obviously, they want to put their best foot forward in this match because their backs are against the wall in this losers bracket, and they need to they want to continue on in the tournament. So a little bit of pressure here.
Yes, but looking at this roster in particular, it is looking quite solid from them. Probably close, if not their starting roster. Of course, the main thing with Delta Force this season is they merged with Citrix, so they have the roster seems to be about half and half of old Citrix roster and the original Delta Force roster. So, um, as they're still getting used to each other and playing as a team, I expect them to do quite well. So that having been said, we are going to look at starting the match soon. Now that all 12 players on both teams are here, what do you think is going to be the outcome of this match in particular?
Um, when you look at the maps, I think it's gonna Skyworlds. It's gonna be Skyworlds, Airlock, and Forest Rivals. Except for Forest Rivals, these Skyworlds and Airlock are both maps that favor strong defense, which means it's going to take a really strong offense in order to break through, since there is such a defensive bias. And I think that Delta Force will be able to put their offense together in a way that they did not last time and break through and get the necessary captures here. I don't think it's going to be a 3-0-3-0. Um, because of the maps. I think it might be some very narrow victories, but it is going to be a defensive game, so we're going to see a low capture number. So
Yeah, especially with a map like Skyward. Skyward is definitely a support heavy map. You need support to get across. You never, except for Ninja Cap, you never see a capper get across without needing support. It's one of those maps where you can stall the flag carry for so long, and the offense can turn so easily because it's such a thin map. So I do expect it to be difficult. Even if Delta Force has the advantage, it's going to be difficult for them to get across, as you said, because of the map. Um,
I'm not sure who Team Fallen is going to put on Archer, but that's going to be another matchup to watch out for,
oh
especially
yeah,
on this first map.
yeah,
Not so much on Airwalk.
yeah, not so much
I,
airlock, but certainly
I
this map.
think Winter would almost have to sub out on Airlock, and they'd probably bring in like Flays or something like that as an extra offense or extra bulk defense.
It does seem like we have both teams have their 12, so we can go ahead and get started here. I can't say anything, but we're gonna have our standard 12v12 limits, 12v12 rules. Nothing to note about those. We're just gonna wait for the match to get started here, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, as you said, the Ultra matchup is gonna be very important on this map. Ultra presence is super important. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Decided to get. I am also refereeing, so
Gonna get underway here in just 15 seconds. I don't think I'd like to see if either
oh,
team tries for Ninja Cap at the beginning, but this is not that kind of map, so I doubt it.
I expect even still, Avedas is known to go in the for that ninja cap at the beginning.
Yeah,
I almost always see him do it, so I expect to see an Avedas pulling over. Actually, no, Avedas does just go straight for the offender. So here we go. Match is underway here. I'm looking at the offensive composition for Team Fallen. We have Aaron on Soldier along with Reno. Both are making pretty solid statements as Soldier offensive players.
then Glaze on Elf, Tom as medic. I believe one more.
Speaking of
Be right.
Reno, he's
No.
out at mid with a neck for support. He is low though, only 2.5 hearts. That ninja might get him.
That ninja, yeah.
Will get him.
That was
Unfortunate.
unfortunate. The medic was right behind him. Medic probably could have respawned and come off the sponge.
On the other side of the
on
map,
the other side, Mihyun has the flag. There is pyros and stuff like that on him, but the support seems to be taking good care of him. The offense is going to turn here, but there's a lack of real threats to him at this point, unless the archer can get in.
oh, going inside the building. That's a new one.
Covering that.
He does get the restore there, so this should be a fairly easy rest of the path for him. He has to watch out for the assassin here, but assassin doesn't even notice that Glaze was going above him. So this is going to be the first cap for Delta Force here.
We did see Vexicle make a lot of plays for against the Rocksters. Saving some what seemed like very sure captures. I think he needs to be a key player here. Did not see what happened there, but I think with Delta Force has good enough communication that it might stifle some of those surprise attempts.
Now, talking about the Ultra composition that we were talking about before the game, obviously Wintergreen is the DF, Delta Force's Ultra, as we expected. On the Team Fallen side, it is Daddy 100, who's currently being camped by XXX constantly, as it seems. Now, I'm noticed something interesting from Delta Force's offensive composition. They have Snowbake, Chemist, Pudgy Medic, not Pudgy. Is it Pudgy? Yeah, Pudgy Medic O, as we expect, but also
Mhm.
Spartan Engineer, a Chemist Engineer,
Yeah, I'm
Heavy
not
and
sure.
Soldier. It's a very
They're really
interesting composition.
they're really sacrificing a lot of offensive power
A
when
lot of,
really
yeah.
you in that offensive combination you really only want one of the people stealing, he, which is the soldier, and he just went down, and they were unable to really follow up. So it might be a problem for them if they have only one viable target to get the flag to.
Though it is worth noting with Engineer and with Chemist's health pool, Engineer or Chemist, even Heavy, can make it across. That speed too can be a major thing, but I agree that it's relying a lot on Soldier. In fact, as we see, Spartan has already switched to Soldier to give that additional capping threat to Delta Force. As we see another steal here from Mihun, who is also previously known as Gengar Sleep. Gets the
He got
restore.
right out, and he got the medic immediately. Pyro is chasing,
On the other side, we see a steal from Aaron, but quickly goes down.
but
And that,
supported very well. And this might be it's going to be a second cap, I believe, unless they can get in quickly, and they're not going to.
so only 4 minutes in, we already see 2 captures from Delta Force. So definitely have to see something from Team Fallen to try to solidify their defense here, stabilize it some. I must say, Team Fallen's offense does seem to generate some chances every once in a while. So their offense is definitely, they're doing all right, but it's their defense that need to kind of hold on here if they want to have a chance, at least on this
Interesting
map.
to note that Team Fallen's Archer, Daddy 100, is on 2 bars right now, and he said he needed a sub. I think that and the combination of that and the people they're putting on him not making for a very good experience right now. Right now, Spartan's out completely clean, and the assassin comes through. So
Vexicle,
Vexicle
yeah,
already having an impact here.
yeah, he's already saved basically 2 captures on this map alone. Um, I think Delta Force now probably going to start recognizing the threat of Vexicle and calling him out more, because right now that's the main thing that's stopping their captures, I would say. On the other side, we're going to have a push from Team Fallen. Quickly cleared up, though, by Delta Force's defense.
Interesting to note that Spades and Obi Kenobi are in. They were not on our roster page. So was Aussie, apparently. No, he's gone. He joined in the middle of the match.
We do have a steal from XXX. He hasn't made, but he's being stalled a lot. Eventually does get past, and he has the medic with him. And speed 2 from the NG.
He is death tagged, though, and there are a lot of people on him.
Yeah, that's...
He's fighting. But
the medic
he's
is
taking
still
a
there,
lot.
though.
I don't think he has... No, he doesn't have any stakes right now. For the time being. He may... I think he just got it now.
Yeah, he did. So once again, as I said, this is definitely support heavy, because even there you notice how much was converging on XXX and how much pressure he was receiving.
Meanwhile, that's a ninja, and he passed to a soldier who goes down to the frenzy, but the medic picks it up. In the water right now, not looking good for him. And he's going to get cornered here and killed, which means that XXX is going to get the final capture. So a quick 3-0 from Delta Force.
Yeah, as I was saying, I mean, you notice even with Delta Force made it nice and quick. But even then, you notice how much support they needed just because of how many people were converging on that flag carry from offense, defense, everything. So even though they had multiple people on the flag carrier, supporting the flag carrier, XXX was still somewhat in danger there. So just goes to show how support heavy that map is. Now we are gonna.
Yep.
Oh, you go.
DF finally got a sub for Daddy 100 on Archer, but this is not an Archer map. So you're gonna have to figure out what they're gonna do with that. I believe it's lures that just came in. They are discussing Archer here. I'm not sure how. Um, Someone needs to make them aware that this is airlocks. Meanwhile, Delta Force discussing a sub for Med D. They have to do something with Winter if Winter's going to stay in. I don't think she is though, because they're bringing in Kalista now for extra bulk or extra offensive opportunity.
So I think we can go to a quick break here. We'll see you in a few minutes to watch the second map, which is airlock. Welcome back. We only have 20 seconds before we start our second map. If you just tuned in recently, Delta Force fairly quickly took down Team Fallen first map 3-0 on Skyworlds. Now we're going to go into another defensive map, Airlock. And it's going to be interesting to note that we talked about in the pre-show the Archer composition. Since you don't normally run an Archer on Airlock, Question is, what does Wintergreen play on this map? Actually, I'm gonna go figure that out right now. It looks like she's gonna be playing medic defense.
Also of note, Team Fallen bringing Warinier. It's going to be playing ninja defense and subbing out XXX, so someone else from defense had to go on offense. And I'm gonna try to find out who that is.
We do have a steal from Calista, who's very low, only 3 hearts. The medic is behind her, but just decides to move forward. Probably should have gone for the medic there, given that there would have been no pressure. But only first push. Still plenty of time. We see another steal from Spartan. Goes down to the assassin.
Interesting to see Obi Kenobi playing full-time scout. It is quite good on airlock because you can just swap people back inside big dome.
We have a push from Team Fallen coming in right now. Epic Man is targeting the Pyro. Pyro almost goes down, but does survive. It's been very good. The only capping threat left is Aaron, who's about to go down himself.
Right now we're seeing Delta Force with a good push. Kalista has the flag, but his death tagged him low. Gonna run into the defense here and go down to the Pyro. And they cleared all the potential backup threats for now. Chemist is gonna try to come in and make a play, but everybody was looking at him, so he's getting a lot of pressure on him. So it's not a distraction type of steal. He does have 2 heal pods though, and using regen. He is going to be quite bulky coming out here, and the assassin coming through and takes care of him.
Once again, the assassin saving Team Fallen. We do see a ninja steal from Avedis. Misses his pull, trying to go pull up the mid. Is going to have some empty room in front of him. Goes straight to Pudgy. Might be able to take this across.
He got the regen. The ninja's behind him though.
Oh my goodness!
Not going to be able to get him. He's pro'd like 2,000 times, but Erenbon has the flag on the other side.
Yeah, if Aaron could just stall here, they might be able to get Avedis.
Yeah, Vita is not passing. He's standing up there in the waterfall.
But Aaron does go down. Kalista has a backup steal. Trying to get a chain one. There's not much in terms of Team Fallen that's in front. So this should be a fairly straight path. All you have to worry about is the opposite side. Who Wayno is on his side of the map.
No medic with her. I think the medic got caught up at mid. And now the defensive medic comes through. Kalista in stalemate right now as Lore's on the other side with the flag. Also making their way to stalemate. Is a heavy, so Team Fallen does have a slight class advantage here. But this new rework of Airlock 3 means that the traditional holding spot in this corner here is now a little bit open. So we're going to see quite a different scenario. Snowbreak on Archer in the flag room has a chance to make a play on the flag. Nobody's seen him yet. And he can try to get a cheeky insta-kill here. Shooting over the glass barrier where Lors is standing in
a lot of Delta Force is in right now. And he is death tagged.
3 bulk.
Pirate does come in to frenzy most of it, but he's still being pressured here. And the Archer is still shooting. No one is yet on the Archer.
On that Archer. Only now did they see him, and they're still not on him quite yet.
I want to go in there. It was Vexicle, but
he's still up, still shooting.
There goes the pyro, and here comes the bulk.
Because here comes the scout and all the bulk. This could be a good chance for Delta Force. Only 1 bulk though, and he does go down. Other bulk was late, and he's not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, the roaming there definitely needs to just focus the Archer, because when it's killing the pyro, that makes the bulk way more deadly.
Meanwhile, Delta Force pyro was on offense. That was just I believe damage.
Yeah, would have been most likely. Loreen does have a soldier steal. Got webbed twice by the medic, so is heavily stalled, still in the flag room.
I'd say looking for a pass here at this point. 2 ninjas converging on her. And that's going to be the second capture for Kalista. And that's a ninja steal from Raynor. Nobody saw him. He's gonna have ninjas after him though, and Avitus cuts him off. Not sure why he didn't pearl out. Avitus just kind of ran around.
Spades does have a steal. Is at bottom mid as heavy. As the assassin above him has to be careful here. Does block. Nice awareness from Spades there.
Yeah, that's a communications difference probably. Somebody told him about that. The scout is in potentially.
Ascent is back, so he does have to be careful here. He might get assassinated still.
He's gonna have to get a steal here. They have 2 heavies in and a chemist now.
And that's gonna be it.
That third capture.
Another quick 3-0 there from Delta Force. Kind of expected it, but a solid performance by them. Making sure Team Fallen never even saw the light of day there. So, I guess we can just start talking about play of the game. It's hard to, in these type of maps when it's more of a, on the blowout side of things, it's hard to figure out how to decide, play of the game. Since we only see so much. Who do you think? Who do you think deserves a shout here?
Good question. Not sure who on their offense was the most impactful, because Kalista didn't map map 2, but she's only in there for 1 map. And yeah, really everyone else kind of think almost everyone except the medic got a cap there, so it's really hard to pinpoint the best player when they all did well. As far as defense, maybe Avitus, Ninja.
I was gonna say Avitus. I mean, I would honestly say any of the other players. I think they all played fairly solid from what I saw, though I did not get to see much. I would give it to Avitus.
Okay.
Yeah, so Avitus player of the game.
We may ask our interviewer here, who I believe is going to be Winter, or XXX. I think it's X. They're demanding X.
Yeah, give me a second. I do have to get an invite, send it over their way. As I said, I am multitasking here. Oh, you got it, Wine? Thank you. Thank you.
He, I believe, did not. Did he play map 2?
Who did?
X.
I don't think so. Actually, I think Kalista played a subbed in on second map.
I think maybe he did, because Kalista subbed in for Winter. And Winter
No.
subbed in for Cupcake.
Well,
I think you have to play. I think.
Oh. I think we got someone. Oh, we got Winter. Winter, are you doing interview? Okay, I'm trying to get an invite going. Scuffed stream.
If the people demand XXX interview, then they're gonna get it.
Yeah. Yeah, can you? I don't have his Discord on hand. Can you just send that to him, Winter? I don't want to. That was just very quick. Just send that to you, and then you can send it to him. Thank you. By the way, congratulations, Wintergreen, on your victory.
Hello.
Ah, there he is. Hello, XXO Henry.
Yeah.
Um, Congratulations on your win today.
Yes, thank
Um,
you.
Fairly solid. Obviously, a quick three on both maps. Didn't even get to the halfway point on either of them, so well done on that. I think my first question is gonna be how you guys feeling?
Well, we're feeling pretty good. We played um we were pretty I'd say a little tilted over the Fosha loss, and so we were working on things and working on maybe a few new roles, and I feel like we did very well today.
Yes, and that does remind me. Next week's match is going to be either against the Monkeys or the Barrettes, whoever loses that match. Both tough opponents, I would say. So, um, what are you guys going to do to prepare for that?
Uh well, we're just hopefully gonna PPMs package together, team PPMs, whatever we can to work on it.
That's good to hear. Always good to practice. Is there anyone uh on your team that stood out today, or was it all fairly just a good solid team playing
I think
today?
Callista's steals on airlock were very solid. And I don't know, that's what I got.
Like good job to Callista. She did have a good awareness on airlock, I must say, to get that second steal after the ninja cap to make it
Yeah,
a
she did.
yeah to make it a fairly quick 2-0. Um, yeah. I'm actually curious. What were the comms like in the during Aveda's ninja cap? Because Aveda's was holding for a while there. I am kind of curious.
I don't actually know. I was deafened and watching the stream.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
It is.
Well, apparently,
But I
Wintergreen
was
there
I was
panicked and confused.
I was very confused on why he didn't pass sooner, but it worked out in the end.
I mean, he did go camp on on the waterfall, so that did make it difficult for
Yeah, it
anything.
did
But
make it difficult.
it is still somewhat surprising that no one was able to hit him.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, Pi, do you have any questions?
Um, hmm, kind of, kind of a general question, like not necessarily about the game, but like just something that like I don't think anybody's asked you about because you haven't been interviewed since the seasons. You guys haven't been interviewed since the season started, but like, so you DF merged with Citrix, like what was that process like and how was it like getting that team chemistry between two different teams and working together?
Well, when we first merged, it's because, both teams were pretty inactive and low player count. So we just kind of just talked around, played games together to build up synergies and see, how we played together. And I feel like it worked out quite well, and we've been performing well together.
That's good to hear, and I hope that
Right.
does continue because more competition is always great. Always, all the teams improving is always great to see. Um,
That does seem like you definitely work well together today.
Yeah.
well, unless Pi has any more questions, I think I might do it. And I might be
No,
the end of the interview for us today. So thanks for participating, and once again, congrats on the victory over Team Fallen. Starting your loser bracket one, might make it all the way to the grand finals. Would be exciting.
Hopefully, there's hope.
There is always hope. It's not a big bracket, so um, I do wish you luck on that, and wish you luck in next week's match. So
All right, well, thank you very much.
thank you. And with that, I think that will conclude our match here today. Once again, a fairly quick 3-0 3-0 by Delta Force for Team Fallen. That does mean Team Fallen is eliminated from the tournament. First team to be so, but next week we will see a couple more teams eliminated. With that, I'm gonna say farewell, and hope you guys enjoyed the stream.
Mhm.